All right, so now we are live. Today I have with me Gabriel, Nath, Edna, and Vanda. Maybe more people are going to join us, but we're gonna just start with the introductions and everything. So YouTube or Spotify, like if you are watching us after the meeting or right now, this is Talk and Talk. We are a conversation platform where everybody here comes to communicate and to talk in English, Spanish, French, and Italian. This conversation is not a class, it's just a talk, which means we're going to speak in English 100% of the time, and nobody's going to judge or correct or something like that. All right, my name is Bruna and I'm the hostess, and we're going to start by introducing ourselves. So, Dati, can you start introducing yourself, please?
Me? Sorry. Oh.
Yeah.
My name is Natalia. I'm 36 years old from Minas Gerais, Uberaba. I work as a public servant in a university here. I was married, nowadays I'm divorced, and I didn't have kids. Oh, but I still have hope.
Do you intend to have kids in the future, Nath?
No, Bruna, sometimes I feel I would like to have. I think now I feel more prepared than I was younger, but the nature, I'm almost 4 years old, so let's see what happens. I feel more prepared now. Maybe, but I have to find a person first.
We're gonna talk about it. Thank you so much, Nath. But how about you? Can you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Wanda. I'm from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. I have 2 sons, 2 big sons, 1 grandson, 2 cats. I think pets are like a children too. I think. Yeah. I'm dancing, and is that.
What kind of music do you like to dance, Wanda?
Samba.
Yeah. Awesome. The same team, amazing. Thank you so much. And how about you, Gabriel? Can you introduce yourself, please?
First, well, I'm Gabriel Quirino. I'm from Morro da Fumaça, a small city of Santa Catarina. I'm 25 years old, and I think that is, or no, and I'm working right now. Maybe I will need to leave this meeting.
Right. No problem.
I think that's it.
Very good. I think the guys who are in the class, they are joining me right now, like Ana, Hikaru. Welcome back, Ana. How are you? Everything okay?
I am pretty good, Bruno. How about you?
I'm great. Welcome back. The girl is back now. Ana was taking some days off, so it's good to have you back. Hello, Ricardo. How are you? Good morning.
Hello, morning. May I go to the bathroom? I'm just stuck in here.
Go ahead.
Has that a problem with that?
No, just
okay,
do it.
Okay.
It's all right.
Be right back.
Okay. Sarah is here too with us, so welcome aboard, Sarah. Guys, we were introducing ourselves, but now more people joined us, so I'm going to split us in the breakout room, all right? Edna, can you introduce yourself while I split us? You were the last one, right?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Edna. I live in São Paulo, capital. I have a son, a big son. Bruna know. His name is Marcos. And for me, it's very big experience and important experience of the have a son. That's it.
Amazing. Today we have a lot of parents here, so I think it's going to be a nice talk. Like, I think the only ones who are not parents are Gabriel, me, Nath, Sarah, and Ricardo. I don't know if he's a parent, but I know the other girls, they are, so that's really good. Welcome aboard, Claudia. How are you? Such a pleasure to have you here.
Hello.
Hello. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
You're
And
right.
happy to stay here with you all.
It's really good to have you here too. Guys, I'm gonna split us, all right? So Claudia has just arrived. I'm gonna have here in the main room. Let me see. It's difficult to choose. I'm gonna choose Ricardo since he's there doing his stuff, but I will let him here in the main room with me, and also Anna, and the other guys are going to the breakout room. All right. And then I really hope you guys enjoy it. Be nice, be respectful, and I will bring you back at 9:50. And I think that's it. Send in the questions one more time. For the guys who have just arrived, today we're talking about having children. All right. So I think it's going to be a nice experience for the parents. And also for the ones who want to have children, right? So let's go, guys. I'm going to split us right now. Bye, enjoy it. All right, Anna, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, good morning. My name is Ana Paula. I live in São José do Rio Preto, São Paulo. I am married. I have 2 kids, but they don't live with me. I work as a chemistry teacher. I've been retired since February 2020. And in my free time, I like to read books, to travel, to dance flamenco, to ride bike, study English. I love studying English, yeah.
Very good, Anna. I want to know from you, we are starting with the question. When Ricardo comes back, I want him to introduce himself too, because I don't know him. I don't know if you know, but I will, oh my God, I forgot. I will ask him to introduce himself.
I was in the same class with Ricardo.
You were at Junior's class with Junior?
Yes.
Amazing.
We were there.
Very good. Let me just see something, because I think I got confused for a while. I was just checking something here, but it's okay. Well, today I chose this subject because I think it would be interesting. I really like reading about motherhood and parenthood too, mainly about being a mother. I don't know if I want to be a mother in the future, but I like reading about that. I think it's an interesting subject. And I want to start with you, and I'm not with the first question, because I already know that you have children, but I want to know from you if this is something you always wanted. Like, was it a dream for you, or like you just like decided to have it and then it happened, you know?
In my case, as you said, I have 2 kids, but they don't live with me. And when I was a teenager, I didn't think about that to be mother. I think about my life, to study at college, to work. But when I decided to get mother, I was married, and for me it was amazing, and I think the life is way more happy when you are mother, and for me it's a good opportunity in my life to be mother.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very good. I loved it. That's really beautiful. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't know if I want children, but Natalia said something in the main room here really interesting, because and I was talking to Wanda about it this week too, because when we are getting older, the chances to get pregnant, they are lower, right? It's more difficult, and there are more risks, right? So I think about that, you know, like I don't know if I can wait too much, you know, like if I want to do this, Of course, like nowadays, women are getting pregnant later, right? Because they are prioritizing other stuff, as you said, their job, their lives. But it's really difficult, right? It's a difficult choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. I want to know from you, the second question, what are the most important things to consider when we are having a baby?
I think when you decide to have a baby, you have to know that your life is changed a lot. And if, for example, I have one daughter and one son, and my daughter is thinking about that, to be mother in 2 years, and she is conscious that her life is moved a lot, and I think the most important thing to consider, you want to really have a child, because our life changed a lot, and nowadays I see a lot of partner couple, and they prefer to have a dog, and them to have a child. And I was thinking about that last night, and I have some friends, and their children choose to have a dog, because it's easier and you can travel, and you can stay your dog in hotel. But when you have a child, it's impossible. You have the people, the person, all the time in her life.
Yeah.
And
That's really nice. Yeah, and I was reading something, mainly in Mother's Day. I usually see some moms complaining about the way pet owners call their animals, calling them as their son or as their children. Because it's different, like it's different to take care of a dog than to take care of a pet, like if your dog gets sick, or if your child gets sick, like the impact in your life, in your job, is going to be completely different, right? Of course, like it is difficult to have a pet too, like you need to give up on some things, right? But the amount of energy and of time a child requires, it's like really different than the amount of time a pet requires, right? So it's really nice to see this movement, of like people saying, don't call your dog your child, no, because it's completely different. Ricardo is here. Hello, Ricardo. First of all, I saw you around these days, but I think we don't know each other yet. So can you introduce yourself, please?
Of course, it took a little bit longer than I expected. In the bathroom, but that's okay.
It's okay.
I'm Ricardo. I'm 29. I'm living in São Paulo, in the south part of São Paulo. I live with my father. For now, I expect in the future to be on my own. That's the plan. Fingers crossed. I have studied letras in college for 4 years now. I'm going to the 5th this semester, and I love what I do. I love to read and watch movies, all kind of arts, and that's it. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Welcome aboard. So I will introduce myself really quickly. I'm just like you, like I live with my parents. I'm 27 actually, and I live in São Paulo with my family too. Yeah, what else? I like studying. I also study languages. Actually, I finished it this year. So that's it. And now I'm here as a hostess. I've been here on Talk and Talk since September 2021. So this year I'm completing 2 years here. And I think that's it. Today we're talking about having children. So I want to know from you. I was talking to Anna while you weren't here. Do you intend to have children in the future? Do you want or not? Share with us.
I just want to say that I think it's a little bit pretentious to people say that their dogs and cats are their kids. Okay, that's I want to make that statement. I guess I don't want them because it's a lot of responsibility, and I'm very hard on myself to do an important thing like that. And if I would do, I would do with responsibility, and and because of that, I guess I won't have any children. But it's not a closed matter in my life. I could change my mind in the future, and if that happens, I would love to adopt some kid that needs, right, not just to put a kid in the world because it's your blood or something like weird
Yes.
stuff like that, because
Mhm.
to keep going your family or something. I like to to be more social, right, and see the people that really needs you, right. It's I don't know.
Mhm. I loved it. Yes, I really think I really like to read about adoption too, and I think this is it's amazing, and it's like really nice to see the process. So I follow some influencers that have adopted their children, and it's really nice. I really think about it, about the process and everything. I think it's a good way to have your own child. Yeah, very good. And I think we can skip to question number 3 about what should parents do to prepare for having a baby. What do we need to do when we want to have a baby? How should we prepare? And what do you think? There are a lot of things to say, right?
Yeah, it's a difficult question because when I had my daughter, I didn't have experience with another child because I didn't live close to my relatives, and for me it was very difficult to take care at the moment when my daughter was born. I didn't have to I don't know, to take one children in my hands, and for me I thank a lot, thank God, because my friend Elaine was with me when my daughter arrived at the bedroom, and but yeah, I think I said uh, to my daughter, I think it's good for you if it's possible to make a course about to take care. I think it's good, it's better because some question is difficult to solve when the question appear, and but I think no own mother, but the parents, father and mother, have to take care the children, because when I got mother, and it was me to take care of my daughter. And nowadays, I think it's very important when the parents take care together with their child. Yes, I think that's it.
This is a good.
Yes, to read a little bit about the symptoms, about sick, and about behavior, because nowadays we know that when the children is hurt or hurt child, and the first childhood, the thing follow in all life. And I think it's very important to take care when the child was born. And I think nowadays we know about that. And if you know about some things or some experience, and I think it's good to study more about this.
Yeah. I think I really liked what you said. There are some things too. I want to add some things, like you said. I think one point to add is that, I don't know, parents will never be 100% ready. I think this is like something they're going to learn, right? Of course, even taking courses, even like listening to other people. I think each experience is singular, you know, and then but it's like really nice, as you said, like nowadays there are lots of courses and some, not only courses, but some professionals that can follow the parents through the process of pregnancy, right? Which is really nice. Like since the first day, that are I don't know how to say it, but doulas and other professionals that that guide the parents. This is really nice. And I think it's also nice to read about child's milestones. I'm sorry, children milestones, to understand a little the development and to know if they are like following a good way. Of course, the doctors, they are usually like responsible for it, but it's good to know what is expected from your children, right? If they are like following the healthy way, you know, if they are having a healthy development. I think this is good to know too. There are so many things. This is just what came to my mind, but I want to know from you, Ricardo, what do you think? Do you have any experience with children around you? I don't know, any nephews or something?
Ana Paula.
It's you. It's you,
Oh, it's
Ricardo.
me.
Yeah.
Because you have asked to if we're experienced with children, right?
Yes, if you have any children around you, and what do you think parents should do to prepare for having a baby?
No, I don't. Even cousins or something. I don't. But I'm now in an internship in a school that I have contact with weird human beings called kids of 7th grade, 8th and 9th grade, especially those, because I'm below the high school. Yep. And it's just that my only contact. We have to, what should parents to do to prepare for having a baby? It's nice for what Ana Paula said, and you as well, Bruna, because it's very difficult. The parents have to at the same time be confident about the parenting, and at the same time go look out for information and classes and guidance to raise that children better, right? And so it's a complex job to do. And what Ana Paula said, I don't know if I understood right, but the first years of children are very important, right? Are very delicate to deal with that people because they're forming their brains and their way of seeing things, seeing the world, especially in the emotional, psychological matter, right? I could when I said that I wouldn't have children, it's why it's because the form I was raised and and there was a bunch of things I would do differently, right? That's a criticism about my parents, I know, but we have to see that to raise our own kids, right? So I would do many things differently, and that's why I we have to take care of and think first to have a child, and you know.
Yes, I am laughing because I think it's the same experience here, you know, like it's, I don't know, I think I would do some things like differently too, and but it's hard, you know, it's hard to judge, right? Because I know like parents are trying to do their best, right? And it's, but I totally feel you. It's
Yeah,
the thing.
they're not new what to do then, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
But while we already know that information, we have to put that information in our kids raising, right? So it's more responsibility, I guess, for us. uh I heard some friends saying that we're of that generation, uh my age, 20
Mhm.
29, and around that, we're going to be better parents because we're have a lot of more information and
Mhm.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, especially psychological information. But is at the same time we're going to uh, have less kids because
Mhm.
that's just because that additional information, right?
Yeah. And
And
I was
we
talking
found
to Anna also about the fact that we are like mainly women nowadays are thinking more about their professional lives, right? And then are prioritizing less the this moment of like motherhood, you know, of mainly like parenthood. So it's like we are getting older and like prioritizing our professional life, our studies and everything, and then just like Anna said, you know, and then the choices are usually having pets or having plants, right? Instead of having babies. Yeah. Let's go to the, I want to skip to another one. That is number 6. I want to know from you if you think everyone should have children. Like it's a simple question, but it's interesting at the same time. So how do you see it, Anna? Do you think everyone should have this experience, you know, of having children or not?
Question 5.
Question 6. Do you think everyone should have children?
No, I don't. I think it's a choice. in your life. And I think, for example, I always said for my daughter, I hope that you wait when I was retired, you can have a baby, because I would like to enjoy a lot with my grandchildren. But I retired and my kids didn't decide to have a baby. And I stopped to talk about that with them. And I think, for example, I believe my daughter would like to have one child or two children. But I don't know about my daughter-in-law. And I believe my son would like to have a baby. But I think they have to decide about that. Because I have some friends and they have the same age for me. And they didn't want to have a baby. And I think it's better for them. I think one day I said, I listened one thing about our life. And there are some men or women that they don't have to get married to have a couple, and I think a partner. And I think it's good. I think we have to decide about our life. And our society always say about what we have to do. And I think it's not the way this time. Nowadays, I believe that we have to do what I am happy. And I want to do that. Yes, it's good. But it's not have for you. Oh, it's not you have to do.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. You said something really nice about the pressure, that women in general suffer to have children. Like I have a friend, she's 34 now, and then she said that she used it to feel this pressure with her friends, because everybody was married, everybody was with children, and then like she was like, oh, I am late, or I am doing something wrong. But it's nice to see this changing, and it's also nice just to see, for example, while we were here in the main room, Natalia said, oh, I want to have children, but I need to have a person. Like nowadays, there are lots of women who are adopting children or who are having having babies on their own, so it's nice to think we don't need to have someone exactly to have children, right? So this is also a change of perspective. I also need to have, that sometimes I still think of it, oh, if I want to have children, I need to have someone with me. I want to be married, or I want to have a boyfriend or something like this. And it's really common to see like mothers that have children, they have a partner, and then like when they get when the children is born, the father leaves, and then they need to do things on their own. They are alone. So it's also good to think we can do it by ourselves if we want, right? Of course, it can be difficult because you are alone, but it's also possible. But I totally agree with you, and I don't think everybody should have children. I think it needs to be a personal choice, and it's like really, really something personal, right? I don't know if you guys saw what happened to Fabio Porchat, that his wife wanted to have children, but he didn't want, and then they got divorced, because it was a choice she had. So I think this is something really, really nice to discuss and to think about, right? Ricardo, how do you...
Tamara
Go ahead.
is the same. Tamara is the same. Tamara,
She doesn't want.
Yes. Yes.
Very good. What do you think, Hikaru? Share with us.
I guess it's a lot of pressure. First of all, it's a lot of pressure, especially for women. Like when got a kind of age and they have to be with a partner and have to at least think about children, and it's a social pressure that it happens a lot more than men. Uh, I don't feel that that kind of pressure to have children. For example, it's crazy to think about that, because hearing you saying those things is a whole different point of view, right? So that have to be pointed and discussed, because it's something that matters in our society, right? And the movements and feminist movements, as they're they're they grow, and it gets a little bit easier and easier to women have their lives, and they're wanting considered, right? So thank God it's changing. It's slow, but uh, I- it's changing. What was the question again? The six?
Yeah, if you think everyone should have children.
No, God no, God no. We see a lot of bad people around, right?
Yeah.
So you see that person, and sometimes they're already have kids, right? And you see those bad parenting right in front of you, and you, oh shit, that kid's going to be miserable for the rest of their lives. And God know we have to especially teach people emotionally, right? Emotional matters, psychological matters, to deal with yourself first, because it's a job. Uh, Mostly, it's a job with you, the parent, right? Because why you want to have children, right? It's for your own good, your needs, your desire to fulfill something inside you, or you want to raise a real person who has needs and desires, and will has dreams and stuff, right? So it's mostly what we see, right? Bad parenting, not considering the child needs, and right. That's why I I take extra care about
Definitely.
have
Oh,
children.
someone froze. Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, very good. I froze, but I'm back now. My connection is bad. Can you hear me? Yeah.
yeah,
Can you, yeah. Okay. Okay.
perfect.
Now I'm back. All right. Very good. I loved it, and it's really nice what you said. It's, for example, really common to see couples who have children just to save their relationship too, right? Trying to fix the relationship, fix the oh, this is really problematic. I'm freezing. Guys, can you hear me? I will turn the camera off. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
better.
Okay. So I will be with the camera off. I want to skip to question number 8 about the good and bad reasons for having children. So I will start with Anna again. What do you think, Anna, good and bad reasons for having children?
In my case, I believe there are a lot of good reasons for having children. And I think it's a complement of my life. and my family. I don't know exactly, but when we got to mother, our love is, I don't know, wonderful, is amazing, and you take care of them, and to play, to travel, and for example, last Christmas, there were two children, and I think when the children is here, our moment is way more happy. I think it's very good when, but I think if they are, for example, about my daughter. My daughter is my best friend, and she is the person I can talk, I can take care, I can travel about to take care. So, and but I think the bad reasons for having children, and we are responsible for these people. And I think sometimes I think about that, and I believe, no, I am sure the children didn't ask to was born. And when we decided to have a baby, we must have conscience that the kids are all life. And for example, my daughter is 34, and I am responsible for her. I think, yes, she has her life, she has a husband, but when she needs to help me, to help myself, and I think I have to stay here to help her. And for me, bad because I think nowadays I live with my husband, and for example, one friend one time said, when my children, my kids visit me, so I am very happy when they arrive, but I am way happy when they come back to home. Because
She's happier when they leave.
yes,
Okay. Yeah.
but I think that's it.
That's funny. It's funny, but it's like really beautiful what you said, because my mom always said something that the only family we really have is the family that is with like our parents and our brothers, or our siblings, right? In general, and these are the people we can count on, right? Like at the end of the day. Of course, I am not romanticizing families, all right, because I know there are a lot of families that have problems, but at least here that we try to have like a healthy relationship, at the end of the day, I can count on them when I need, so it's really nice to see this in your family too, and having children. Do you agree with Anna? No, it's hard to hear. Yeah. Let's see with the camera again. Okay,
Yeah.
Hikaru, now it's your turn to share the good and bad reasons for having children.
Okay, I liked something Anna said about children don't have asked to be born, right? It's nice to see a parent that have that consciousness, because normally we don't see that, because it could be heavy to say that, right? Sometimes the children could say these in some situations convenient for them, but mostly I guess that's it. It's a way to consider the children and the kids, or the kids' needs, right? And they're wanting to go to the world and change the world, and do whatever they want to do, right? Of course, inside a body of laws, and right. But I guess what are some good and bad reasons for not having children? I guess it's only a, a, one good reason to have children. It's to consider their desires and to the world. It's another expression that we use, right? Uh, we raise kids for the world, not for us. I guess it's the only reason that we have to have children. And the bad reasons, I guess it's what exists more, right? We see bad reasons all the time to have children and stuff, right? And I always hear, yeah, even nowadays, it's my dream to have children and stuff, and I always get a little bit uneasy with that sentence, because it's your dream, and uh, mostly when the person says that, it's they want to have children for her needs, and that stuff, right? And I get a little bit worried about that.
Yes, this is tough. Yeah, like you said something nice, about parents creating their children for the world, because at the end of the day, I think that's it, like parents can't hold or can't I don't know, yeah, I will use the word hold because I can't think of other, but can't keep their children forever at home or doing what they expect their children to do. I think this might be the biggest challenge, not creating your children and raising them and making sure like you did a good job, and now they need to live their own lives, and sometimes parents want something for their children according to their expectations and not according to what the children want. So I think not to put your own expectations on the children. I think it might be the hardest part, because of course, like parents always want the best for the children, but sometimes children need to experience and learn from that, like, okay, you are telling me not to do this, but let me try and see if it's going to be really bad, because sometimes it's not that bad, and like sometimes I want to experience this, and if you like stop them or if you prevent them from doing it, they won't learn by themselves, right? So I think this is something really hard, and I think it might be the hardest part of having children. Do you want to add something, Anna or Ricardo? Go ahead.
Could I add something? it's always somehow it's always you're always projecting something in your expectations to the kids, right? You're always do that. The thing is the way you complex that point of view, right? The way you put real expectations to that children, right? Because we're always going to do that. Deny that we put expectations on our kids. It's also a way to fail, I guess, right? If I could say that. And curiously, it's normally the parents who says I don't put expectation on my children is who normally put the more expectations, right? And the baddest expectations to their children.
It's true.
So we have to admit that first of all, and we have to, okay, I have to compromise that. I have to, okay, keep going with that, and negotiating all the time, right? Negotiating with yourself and with your children next, I
Very
guess.
good. Very good.
I'm
yeah.
very good parenting. Okay, I'm going to have children tomorrow. Oh God.
You have my support, you should do it.
Yes.
Now do you want to add while I bring the guys back? Go ahead.
I totally agree with you. I think in my case, for example, I took care of my kids a lot, but I think they are the world, no mine. I think they have to go up. For example, my son started to play soccer when he was 13 years old, and he left at home in this age, and he moved to another city, and it was good to have a lot of problems, yes, but no,
Yeah.
he's good, yeah.
Yeah, very good at
So,
You
yeah.
have two children on a
yes,
two, a boy and a
yes.
girl.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Awesome. Welcome back. How was the conversation, Claudia? Did you like it? Did you like the subject?
I liked a lot this topic. We have a great conversation. It was amazing. Wanda, Sarah, amazing conversation with the girls. I loved it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I want to hear from Nachi something, because when we first started the talk, you said something that made me think. So I want to know from you, if you would adopt a child, like, what do you think of adoption? Is it
I think it's a great thing that you should do, but if I have a partner, independent, the kid it was mine, or I mean biologically, or if I adopt it, I would like to share this dating life with a person.
I
Just
loved it.
I'm not sure if I would like I would have it just me,
I
But
got
it
it.
was a great conversation, because you put it like three people in different positions in life. I mean, age, Edna, for example, she already had a kid, but we have a similar point of views. That's
That's
great.
awesome. That's really, really good. Yeah, I tried to mix a little bit today, like I know with Sarah and the other girls, Claudia and Wanda, already have children, but I tried to balance a little. So it was really good to see you enjoyed here. I also had Anna, who has children, and Hikaru, who doesn't, and we had a really nice talk too. I'm thinking about talking about adoption next week. So if you guys want to join me, it's going to be a nice conversation. We still have a lot to talk about. I think we can talk about parenting in so many ways, right? So next week, we're going to talk about adoption. And it's always a pleasure to have you here, guys. I would like to thank Ricardo and Anna so much for coming. My connection is bad, so I will turn the camera off. And to send your feedback here in the link, you can share if you liked it or not, send suggestions and everything. All right. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Claudia, Wanda, Sarah, Gabriel, Nath, Edna, Ricardo, and Anna. I hope to see you guys next week. And thank you so much. Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.